All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I went live a minute earlier than I scheduled for. That is the best I've ever done at this. Usually I'm a little late, but here we are. All right. Let's tweet it out. Didn't get to play any yesterday. I was quite busy yesterday, whether it was making videos or other things, but today we're gonna play more, probably a couple hours. They have the new kill order mode, which I guess we'll try it. They also have a new map. Yeah, we'll try kill order, see what this mode's like, and hopefully we get the new map. I'm not trying to wait to play the new map. Ooh, they added the classified random map thing back. Nice. I think they added rewind yesterday. Am I wrong? I think it was added yesterday, but like I said, I haven't got a chance to play it. Well, here it is now with the kill order mode, which I believe kill order is basically just TDM, but you get more points if you kill the target, right? I don't know. Play Liberty Falls multiplayer edition. Yeah, as far as I know, it's not the same map. It's just the same, like, it's in Liberty Falls. Like, because Liberty Falls is like the whole town. So both these maps just happen to take place in the same town, but they're not like the same location, which is good, because I would have hated if that zombies map was just going to be a, you know, a reused location, because Cold War did that a lot, and obviously I didn't like that. But you're going to see probably some of the influence of Terminus, or not Terminus, Liberty Falls here. Let's use, what do I want to use? AK-74. I'm starting to get used to the AK-74 a little bit. I didn't like it when I first used it, but I kind of like it now. But this map seems really open. So maybe I want to use like the Plague Doctor or something.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Our HVT has been eliminated.
So yeah, the HVT just stays.
Protect our HVT.
So I'm not sure how this works exactly. Like, is the kill gonna change? The HVT gonna change after we kill them? I think it just changes after you kill them. I don't know, it's a weird mode.
We've claimed the advantage. Now hold it. Feel that? They're about
Where the hell are the enemies? Aww. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Taking fire. Keep the package safe.
Oh shit! Oh, I just downed him? What? What's up, David? Rewind is my least favorite map, however I've only played it once. It does seem a bit weird, even from the gameplay we got at like COD Next and stuff. This map always kind of seemed a little iffy to me. Because it just looks really open, like it doesn't look like it has a really solid flow to it. But I don't know, I guess I'll have to play more of it to really get a feel for it.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. Take them out.
Oh my god. Nice. Yeah, this game, I'm really loving it though. Like, I gotta say. Oh my god! Really, really loving it. Which I fully expected to. It's a Treyarch multiplayer. They've never missed for me.
Target confirmed.
Wait, what? Do the HVTs have more health? Because that felt like that dude had more health. That did not feel like a normal time to kill. Am I crazy? I don't know. What do you think the chances classic mode comes at launch? I think pretty low. If that mode is actually true, if it's gonna happen, I think it won't come till like post-season. Like maybe season 1, season 2. Because if it was gonna come launch, I think they would have announced it by now, you know? They would have said something. They would have been like, oh, by the way, we're gonna have a classic mode with classic mechanics. They would have said that, you know? So my guess is it's either not finished yet, or perhaps it's just not true at all. Like, I want to make that clear because I made the video on it just to kind of talk about it, but the leaks are not like 100%. They're never 100%. So it's very possible it could just not end up happening. Yes, they have more health. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna like this mode. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this mode's just, it's kind of a gimmick. I'm probably just not gonna want to play it.
Enemy HVT is down. HVT
It's a cool idea, don't get me wrong, but I kind of feel like this would work better as like a non-respawn kind of mode though, like a search and destroy, because that's how it was in I think one of the Battlefield games had a mode like this, where there was one enemy that was like the target and you had to kill them, but when you kill their target it ends the round, and it's like a round based thing, right? I feel like that makes more sense for a mode like this. This doesn't really make sense for TDM, but I don't know. People feel like they have a higher time to kill today. I mean, that wasn't the HVT I was just shooting. I can call them the HVT. Well, I guess that is what they're called, right? The high value target, right? I don't know, that's what they call the targets in MWZ, so I just get used to calling them that. Why does it feel like I gotta play this map on a different mode maybe, but it's kind of feeling really slow. Oh shit. What would be your top 10 COD MPs? Off the top of my head, my order changes frequently. I will say that. My order changes very frequently, so it's kind of hard to like always have the same order. But currently I would probably say Black Ops 3 is number 1. Number 2 is, honestly, I used to say BO3 then BO2. I feel like BO4 might be my second favorite though. Like I feel like I like BO4 even more than BO2 now. As time's gone on, I've gone back and played BO2 a lot. I feel like I'm starting to not like it as much as I like BO4. So maybe BO3, BO4, then BO2, then Infinite Warfare definitely is up there. Cold War's up there, probably top 5. Then I'd say Black Ops 1 is probably number 6. COD World War 2, number 7. Number 8 would probably be Modern Warfare 3, the new one. The recent MW3. Number 9's COD 4. And then number 10, maybe MW2, like the OG MW2. I got a feeling this is going to end up being like top 5 though. I think what is going to end up happening is this one's going to be I think this game's going to be better than Cold War, but it's not going to be better than, it's not going to be top 4 though. It'll be top 5. It'll basically take Cold War's spot, I think.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire.
Only way I like rewind is if I'm playing domination. Yeah, I really got to try this map out in some other modes because I feel like this mode's not the best so far. I feel like it's just the target's just camping in the back of the map, and then the spawns otherwise just seem kind of weird. So yeah, I don't know. This map has some originality to it though, I'll give it that. I do like the 90s aesthetic it's got, you know. It's a freaking, you got the video store, and what is this, a chicken place? Yeah, there's going to be assets here that are definitely reused in the Liberty Falls Zombies map, but the location itself is not reused though. Got to make that clear though, because a lot of people think it's like the same location for the Zombies map. It's not. Whoa! Oh my god. Dude just jumped right. Oh! Whew. So I was mentioning that I'm not crazy about not being able to recharge your stims in this game. So I did put the perk on that lets you recharge your stims on every class, because I hate not being able to recharge stims, but with the perk, they now recharge, so. That was a rough game. Looking at one of your videos about the hate for Liberty Falls, I personally think it will be a decent map. Hold on. I personally think it will be a decent map. It seems more for casual, but they have to change the HUD ASAP. Yeah, the thing is I have nothing against the map being more for casuals. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing in theory. Like, having one map that's more casual focused, one map that's more hardcore, that's fine. Like, I don't think that's my issue with it, but like stuff like the HUD is definitely more of the problems that I have with it. Obviously the look, it's not very zombified. It looks kind of bland too. Like that has nothing to do with it being casual. But also I think the mechanics also look a little too into the direction of casual. Like someone was watching gameplay, some dude, it took 14 hits before going down. Like that's pretty crazy. Come on. Sure, it's with jug and plates, but like that's, I don't know. I feel like they got to rework that a little bit. Classic mode is 100% true. It was in the Steam strings. It's either scrapped or left over from a different game. Yeah, I guess we'll see. If it does happen, like I said, it'll probably be season 1 or something like that, you know. People are hitting on the satellite map. I like it. I use a SWAT 556 every time I play it. I think every map in this game is fine. I'm surprised there's so much hate for the maps, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like I think people misplace their hate for certain things sometimes. Like they'll really hate one aspect of the game and they'll think the map is the reason for it, but like sometimes their reasoning for hating the game is actually something else. They just don't know it, you know? Or sometimes people will just like, they'll just perform poorly and they'll be like, oh, it's the map's fault. But like, I don't know. I feel like Rewind is probably going to be the weaker map. Rewind and Scud. I really like Derelict, and obviously Skyline is good, but I really like Derelict. Oh, I'm still playing Kill Order. Fuck, I forgot to change the playlist. Well, I guess we'll try Kill Order on a different map. That's fine. Personally, not crazy about this mode, but I mean, I don't mind playing it another time.
HVT under fire. Repeat. HVT under fire. Second place. Crush those dirtbags down.
You know, they have to change that. I didn't mention that in my video. I hate the fact that you can't shoot underwater. Why not? Like, there's not many water spots in the game regardless. So like, I don't see why it would hurt to let us shoot underwater. Because like, going in the water is kind of a death sentence. It literally is a death sentence. Like, it takes so long to get out of the water too.
They got our HVT.
Oh, I should have healed. Scud reminds me of a Ray from BO1. Yeah, I could see that. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I didn't kill either of them? Oh, I was the HVT. I didn't even realize. Wait, did it tell me I was the HVT? I didn't even realize. What's your top campaigns? I do have a video ranking all the campaigns I made last year if you want to watch that, but Infinite Warfare is the best campaign, 100%. Like, I don't know if Call of Duty will ever build the top Infinite Warfare for me. That is like the best campaign all around. If you haven't played it, do yourself a favor. It's such a great story. It's so cinematic. It's perfect. Then I would say BO2 is my second favorite campaign because I love Menendez as a villain. He's so interesting. The different choices you can make, deciding the game's ending is cool. Then MW2, that's obviously a really solid campaign. What else? MW3, and then Black Ops 1's probably up there too. That's probably top 5. What's up, Timmy? I think main thing that's my negative with the zombies is the aesthetic. It's not as good as what it used to be. Cold War started this multiplayer Warzone aesthetic. Even BO4 felt like true zombies. Yep, I agree with those points too. I think, like I said, Terminus so far looks perfectly fine. Like, that looks like it has a good zombies aesthetic to it. But I think the HUD's gonna ruin it. So like, I'm gonna turn off a lot of the HUD. I hope everyone else does the same. But I also hope they change certain HUD elements that I need to keep, because there's certain HUD elements you have to keep. Like, I'm not turning off the ammo counter or your health and points. Like, I need to see those. You can't not see those. That would make no sense to turn those things off. Ooh, I feel like when you're the HVT, oh, you can put armor plates in? I didn't even realize that.
TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
UAV established overhead.
Yeah, this is like the best time to go on a streak when you're the HVT. Aye. Well, except for the fact that they know exactly where I am. Like, I guess it's not that great because they know where you are. I think people nowadays will hate on Call of Duty without giving a valid reason, or their reasons are very poor. There are a lot of people like that, don't get me wrong. There definitely is. And honestly, the video I made yesterday, I like the video I made. I feel like I maybe should have talked about that a little bit more. Because I do agree there are a lot of people that they have had a deep hatred for the Call of Duty franchise for years, and they love to add on to it. Like it happens with so many popular franchises. It happens with Star Wars, happens with, I don't know, any popular franchise you can think of. It happens. But I don't want those people to drown out like the actual valid criticism people have. And sometimes just saying simply this looks bad, that is valid criticism if they genuinely think it looks bad. But there are people that definitely force their hatred a bit because they want to complain about Call of Duty because it's like, I don't know. That does happen. No, I'm not like, you know, that certainly does happen.
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Dude, I love this gun, the aims. I love that jump spot right there. Oh.
HVT under fire. Repeat. HVT
Is this dude
under
gonna...
fire.
Can I jump up the... No, I can't.
HVT is down.
Oh, shit. Damn, he had the high ground. The train yard map is probably my least favorite. I like Derelict. I don't know. I think I'm definitely in the minority there because I have seen a lot of hate for that map, but I like it. Call me crazy. I don't know.
Keep them safe.
Yeah, let's stop playing this mode though. I don't like this mode. I wish there was no tac sprint indoors. I should have mentioned that in my review, but honestly, like I was only mentioning things that like I was thinking of when I was first playing it, and as much as I don't like tac sprint and I would like it to just not exist, I really wasn't thinking about it that much. But I agree with you, like I prefer it wasn't there. I've been seeing a lot of love for the MP but a lot of hate for zombies. Yeah, I haven't seen, this is, I said it in my video, the most amount of hate I've seen for a zombies gameplay reveal by far, and people are downplaying it. Like there's people, I don't know, BO3's hate was worse. No, it was not. Like, this is like insane. I'm seeing people. My friend, he hasn't played zombies in like 8 years. He hasn't played since BO3, right? It's been ages since he's played. He sent me a TikTok of zombies gameplay from BO6, and he told me this looks like shit. He hasn't played since BO3. He doesn't look up zombies videos. He doesn't watch zombies videos. He doesn't, you wouldn't think he would be getting those videos in his feed, but he did. And he sent it to me and told me it looks like shit. Like, there are people even outside of the zombies community seeing that gameplay saying they don't like it. This is definitely the most amount of hate I've seen for a zombies gameplay reveal without a doubt. Without a doubt. And it's not like, I think some people have this idea that it's like, oh, it's just a hardcore community hating. I think the hardcore community is, oh, we gotta leave. Almost forgot. I think the hardcore community is more positive right now than the casuals, actually. Genuinely. Like, I'm seeing hate from people who haven't played zombies in years more than anything. And you know how I know that? Because a lot of the people who are hating, they're questioning things like the minimap. They're like, why is there a minimap in zombies? I don't like the minimap in zombies, don't get me wrong. But, like, that's been there for the last couple Call of Duty entries. It's been there since Cold War. So you'd assume they haven't played since Cold War, or since before Cold War, if they, you know, if their first thought is, why is there a minimap? Why are there health bars, right? So, I think there's a lot of casuals hating on this. Yo, B-Town, how's it going, man? How you doing? Been really enjoying your BO6 videos. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I love the train map as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think every map is perfectly fine here. I think Skyline is definitely the best. At first, I thought Derelict was my favorite, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like I prefer Skyline a little bit. Oh, kill orders in the main playlist? Why would they do that? I mean, at least we got Team Deathmatch here, but I don't know why they put kill order in the main playlist if there's a separate one for it. What should we use this game?
Team deathmatch.
I'm gonna keep using this thing because I feel like it's gonna get nerfed. I want to use it as much as I can before it gets nerfed. Oh. OG MW3's campaign is shockingly underrated. A lot of people think it's too over the top. They think it goes a little too far with like its craziness, but like I think that's kind of what makes it fun though. Like I kind of like that it's over the top. I think the reason why people are hating on zombies is because it's very similar to Cold War, because of 4 years of development, people had higher expectations. Yeah, I can agree. And it's crazy the difference between the Terminus gameplay and this. And that's why I keep saying I think a big part of it is honestly the HUD. But there's also then, you know, the fact that the map doesn't look as interesting as Terminus does, like, at all. I'm still very looking forward to it, and it's kind of crazy because, like, I made a pretty nuanced video on the topic of BO6, the hate that it's getting, yesterday, and it was, I would say, more of a nuanced take. I think I was definitely talking more about, like, the comments people were making, that, like, people who weren't able to accept any criticism for it, right? But I got so many comments from people accusing me of the, like, exact opposite things, which I think is so funny when you make a video that's kind of nuanced. So, like, I had people calling me, like, a shill. They were calling me a Treyarch shill, like, bro, you can't just, like, stuff like that, you know, just telling me, like, oh, it's okay, you can criticize the game. And I'm sitting there like, did you even watch the fucking video? Like, I'm actually criticizing the game quite a bit. And then I had people on the opposite spectrum saying I complain too much. It's like, what? Complete opposite things being said, man. It's crazy. But I guess it's just how it works. Can you use people as body shields? Yes, you can. I don't really do it that often because it's kind of pointless, but, like, it's funny, but it is pointless. I literally, I don't see the point of it. Like, it's such a pointless feature, but it is kind of funny. We're kind of getting cooked this lobby, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I feel like the chopper gunner, or not the chopper gunner, the attack helicopter, I feel like it sucks in this game because I can't tell you, like, I've maybe gotten it like twice, but, or maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's really, like, never got many kills. But even when the enemies get it, I feel like it never kills me. Like, it's always an enemy that comes up and kills me, but, like, it shoots me a couple times and then it just doesn't finish me off. Okay, you know, this lobby is pissing me off. I'm going up against fucking, I don't even know. We're getting a new lobby. I don't feel bad for rage quitting. I don't. Like, it's a beta. I'm gonna rage quit. I don't rage quit in the full game because you lose out on some of the extra, like, XP and stuff like that. But, like, in the beta, I don't give a shit. I ain't wasting my time in those lobbies. Especially if it's early in the game, I'm leaving, you know? You can use people as a body shield? Yeah. Oh, were you asking me or oh, no, maybe that was a different comment. Imagine if the kill feed pop-up is not disabled in the BO3 Legacy HUD. So I talked about the kill feed thing on my Twitter today. I made a tweet about it. I said, like, I don't want to disable it. I just want to move it. Like, just let me move it to where it was in the old games. Because I have a feeling, and this is the same thing Skur Ritual did, which Skur Ritual is a fun game, don't get me wrong. But they let you disable those score pop-ups, which is good. But, like, I don't want to disable it, though. I want to move it. I want to put it to where it used to be in the old games, you know? And I'm hoping BO6 does the same, because, like, I know they're going to probably let us disable it, but, like, I want to see how much score I'm getting. I don't want that information to just disappear, you know? Reload, reload, reload. Oh, fuck. Of course someone came from behind. Warzone was taking away the budget for zombies. I think, well, here's the thing. I have no idea what zombies is going to look like this year in terms of, like, its Easter eggs. Because of the whole guided mode thing, I think they're going to put a lot more budget towards Easter eggs this year than they usually do, which is good. So I'm expecting some absolutely crazy, like, Easter eggs and stuff, but I really hope I'm not disappointed in that way. Because that's going to make or break the game for me, for sure. Like, all these other things I've been talking about are things that, like, you know, we have information on now, so it's easier to critique. But, like, stuff like Easter eggs, like, I have no idea what the actual Easter egg quality is going to be like. But that will make or break the game. Nice. UAV. Reload. Let's go secure. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let's go secure C. Someone's going to be right up here, and they're going to drop down and try to kill me. But I want to secure C. Fuck it. Let's go this way. Oh, shit. I feel like there's people everywhere. Oh. Ah! Get me out of there! I'm scared they're gonna drop down. Nice. Oh, see, this is a perfect example of me being annoyed with the fact that I can't loop my streaks. How fun would that be if I could actually be looping the streaks right now, you know? Let me go up here. Ah, shit. That's tough. All right, let's call in the Hellstorm. This thing's kind of hard to use, actually. Like, I prefer the old Hellstorms. This thing's like hard to control. Ah! And it's honestly not as good as I thought it was gonna be. That's all right.
Arrow 2-2 entering AOR. Thanks out.
Everyone's gonna be hiding indoors now because of my helicopter. It better get more than a couple kills. Oh, come on. I didn't like BO4 or BO3 zombies. Only thing that got me to play BO3 was Zombies Chronicles. Interesting. Yeah, there's some people who don't like that style of zombies, and that's totally fine. For me, those are like my favorite zombies, though. Well, other than, I mean, BO2, I think I technically like more than BO4. Oh, my helicopter was gonna take my kill. Wow. BO4, I think I like BO2 more than BO4, but BO4 I think has like, I like the Easter eggs of BO4 more, obviously. But BO2, I mean, it's hard to beat Mob of the Dead Origins and Buried and stuff. They're just such good maps. And the overall mechanics, I think, are just better than BO4. But BO4 does have some solid stuff that I absolutely love. Whoa! And then Infinite Warfare is another one I really love. I'm a big fan of Infinite Warfare zombies. Black Ops 6 is pretty good so far. I'm not sure why a lot of YouTubers are hating on it. I do see a lot of hate, but to be fair, it's also the beta, so like, there is a lot of stuff to critique, and I don't blame them, because if they want things to be fixed, then it's good to critique them, you know? I haven't seen many people like really hating it, though. I've seen some, but not like... I see more positivity about this beta than negativity, though, I will say. The most amount of negativity I've seen is people that don't like they don't like that the game is really sweaty. But like, that's every video game nowadays. Like, you can't play a game that's not sweaty anymore. People are too good at video games. It's not really the game's fault that people are good, you know? I want the game to have a higher skill gap. I think that's more fun. So like, I mean, sure, you can go play in Infinity Ward's next game. I'm sure that'll be a little less sweaty because in Infinity Ward's games usually don't have higher skill gaps. Not a diss against Infinity Ward, just that's literally how they design their games. Like, MW2 was designed, the recent MW2 was designed to not have a high skill gap. So like, I think those games are better for people who don't really like when the games are insanely sweaty. But Treyarch's games, they're like, no, they're all about the skill gaps, and I don't know, I prefer that. Oh my god. Except I can't kill a single person. This game is like if Cold War and MW2 had a baby. The original MW2, or do you mean the recent one? Because I personally don't see the influence from either of those games in this, but I mean, I'm curious to hear in what way.
Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. Securing Zone A. Securing B.
This thing is definitely gonna get a nerf. I personally wasn't a fan of Shadows of Evil at launch, but it grew on me since I became a better player now. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like SOE at launch, but also I think a big part of it was also the zombie AI. I think a lot of people don't remember this. The zombie AI was really bad at launch for BO3. Like, it was really aggressive and it made it kind of annoying sometimes. Like, the zombies they hit faster, I think. They sometimes they stopped you in your tracks. Like, you would slide and for some reason it wouldn't let you keep running after, and stuff like that was like very common. And I think that added to people not really loving Shadows of Evil when it first came out. And I know some people also said the complexity of it and stuff, but I think once you learn complexity, like, it's not that bad, you know? Shadows of Evil is really not that complex. It's not.
Taking A.
it's just, yeah, the first time you're learning it, it might be a bit much. But like, I think people fundamentally just don't understand what zombies is meant to be like. At least, okay, not every map, not every zombies game, but I think those games specifically, you're not meant to hop in and then figure out everything on the map within the first time you play. And I think that's okay. Like, that's not a bad thing. I personally think that's actually what makes it more exciting. You know, people have this idea where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna do the Easter egg, I want to jump on the map and do the Easter egg my first attempt. And if it takes me any more than one attempt, then it's too complex. That's the mentality a lot of people have, and I personally don't understand that. Why do you need to complete it the first time you attempt it? You know? I think part of what makes it fun is taking multiple attempts to do it, you know? Getting better at it little by little. It's not like you just went in and completely wasted your time by not succeeding, because you learned more as you went, you know? So you tried it, you failed, but guess what? The next time you jump in to try the Easter egg again, you're gonna be able to do it easier because those early steps, because you just went through it and did it once, you know? This is what happened with me when I was trying to do the, or I guess any Easter egg. I was gonna try to find a specific example, but you can really use this for any Easter egg, any like difficult Easter egg. You learn it as you go. You get better little by little, and then eventually you find out that you can do it. You know, that's how it works. And that's, to me, what gives maps more replay value. A lot of people have this idea that it's like, oh, if the Easter egg's too complex, it's not going to be replayable. But I feel like it's the opposite. If it's more complex, it's going to take me longer to master it, and then it's going to just be fun for a longer period of time because of that. I like that there's some maps in Infinite Warfare and BO4 that I still haven't mastered everything. You know, just the other day, the ice shield upgrade on Voyage of Despair, I did that ice shield upgrade for the first time. I never did that before. It's a random little side Easter egg. You don't have to do it to have fun on the map at all. It's just a random side Easter egg. But like, the fact that there are still Easter eggs and still little things that like I haven't done because there's just so much to that game, that's exciting, you know? And like, I think that's one of my bigger issues with Cold War is like, it didn't have that. Those side Easter eggs were so easy. They took one game to master. You would figure it out first couple of times of playing. People would tell you it's like, okay, that's really easy to do. And the ones that are actually complex, they're just not rewarding. So like, I just don't care to do them, you know? Really hoping classic mode has become a thing. I really hope it does too. I agree. Depends how they handle it though, of course, because if they bring a classic mode, but it's like doesn't have the classic point system, I feel like it's not going to be like classic zombies at all, you know? The classic point system's like one of the most important things. I'm kind of tired of the Dark Ether, to be honest. Like, I think the Dark Ether is a cool aesthetic, but like, if they don't ever change it to be anything more than just purple skyboxes and purple crystals, then I don't really think it's ever going to be that interesting to me. Like, people are saying, oh, maybe they should just make Liberty Falls entirely in the Dark Ether. Like, I don't think that would be that interesting, actually. Especially after MWZ, where we had like 5 Dark Ether rifts. I kind of just, I don't know. The Dark Ether vibes are kind of, I don't know. Maybe they got to do some more interesting things with the Dark Ether, you know? Get crazy with it. It's crazy how much time you need to set aside for Black Ops 4 Easter eggs. Well, here's the thing. NYC Sewer Rat. When you're trying it for the first time, yes. But the thing is, once you master it, not really. Ancient Evil, I can jump in right now, complete it in 40 minutes, right? Because I mastered that Easter egg. I found a way to do it in the most efficient way possible. And I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not a speedrunners could do it even quicker than that. I'm not a speedrunner, but I have found a way to, I've done the Easter egg enough, I've mastered it enough that I could do it in under an hour, right? And that goes for some Easter eggs, not all of them, right? And that's not guaranteed. Like, I might hop in and I might fail it and it might take me like 2 hours or something, but generally speaking, could I hop in Ancient Evil right now and do it in under an hour? Yeah. The first time I did it, no. It probably took me like 2 or 3 hours, right? So I think that is what's kind of interesting, the fact that you just get better at it as you go along, because it gives you more of a reason to keep playing the Easter egg. Whereas in Cold War, I have no reason to keep doing the Easter egg. I've already mastered it. There's no more skill curve there. There's just nothing, you know? The rituals on Shazville took forever to complete. They did take longer if you, yeah, because if you were doing it, I believe, like the actual ritual itself. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What's up, Marvelin? How you doing? Is it on the same level as Cold War? This game, I think it's gonna end up being better. Like the zombies and multiplayer, I guess. I think the mechanics feel smoother than Cold War. The only thing that I think is better in Cold War so far, I mean, it's a beta, so it's hard to compare. What do I think Cold War did better? The fact that you could loop score streaks, maybe? No, but the score streak system wasn't good in that game, so like, I don't know. But I did like that you could technically still earn them in the same life if you wanted to. I guess there's no doors in Cold War. They added doors in this game. I don't like that. I don't like doors, but to be honest, their doors aren't like that frequent. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want doors in multiplayer, but I haven't really noticed them that much, so I'm not really like, it's not a big problem for me. Like, that's like the smallest of like complaints I can give for this multiplayer. It's like, okay, I don't like doors, but they're rarely on the maps though. There's like once, every now and then you'll find a door, but they're not frequent. It's not like MW 2019 where the maps are just littered with doors, you know?
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Like, I feel like anyone legitimately saying that doors are like a game-breaking thing, I personally don't get that. They're allowed to have that opinion, but I personally don't get it. I think it's game-breaking in MW 2019, sure, because like I said, those maps were littered with them, but there's like maybe 8 doors total on the whole map. I don't... They're not... Like, let's go on a scavenger hunt and actually look for them. They're pretty hard to find. There's a pair of doors right here. There's definitely some right here. But like, I don't even know where the other ones are, to be honest. Like, they're not that common. And they stay open the most of the match anyways. I don't think anybody's closing them. Where are the enemies? It's a full team on the other team. I don't know where they are. Are they going to the hard point? No. Bro, what?
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
Bro, what the fuck? Ah! Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Get a UAV on grid.
Calling that UAV.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air.
I'm getting a lot of score by staying on the hard point, though. Damn, you get a lot of points for being on the hard point for a while. Holy shit, I'm getting 50 score like every 5 seconds. Holy crap. I didn't realize how OP that was. Bro, camping on the hard point is insane. Holy shit. That's a lot of score. Holy crap. I think I just found it. The best way to get your streaks. Holy crap. Dude, you get... Oh, I love it, though, because the more encouragement of objective play is the better, you know? But, like... God damn, man. Give me ammo, give me ammo, give me ammo. Oh my goodness. This gun's insanely good, by the way. Like, there's a lot of great guns in this game. Oh shit. Where'd the hell that guy go? There's a guy over here. Why do people always come from behind? They always come from behind. Oh my god. Where was that? Oh, he was under the map. Oh, he was in the... I didn't realize he was in the underground area. Fuck. Well, now I know where this guy is. So let me go take his ass out. Oh, come on. A White House zombie map is going to be sick. They should do a White House zombies map. That would be insanely cool. They would never do like actual people again, though. They would never do like presidents or something. But that would be so cool, though, especially for the 90s. Like, do like Bill Clinton and stuff. Like, I don't know. That would just be so funny. They would never do it, though. had the same feeling with the Reisendrock. I'd done it in like 30 minutes. Exactly. Once you master them, you could do them so much quicker. I know there's a lot of Easter eggs that like can be kind of annoying in terms of like having to pull up a cheat sheet for it. Because don't get me wrong, there are certain Easter eggs that you are not doing without the cheat sheets. Like, I don't think anybody's memorizing. Like, sure, you could master it, but like, are you gonna memorize all the Origins codes for the Ice Staff upgrade? Probably not. But I highly recommend, if you are a big fan of zombies and you like doing Easter eggs a lot, like have those saved somewhere. Like save them on like a folder on your phone. Like save those cheat sheets so you don't have to look them up every time you want to do an Easter egg. Have them, like I have them pulled up. I have the whole Discord server just for myself, but I have like every cheat sheet I ever need for any zombies Easter egg like just saved there. So like if there's something I can't remember, like because it's physically that hard to remember, then I'll just pull it up if I do the Easter egg. It's really not the end of the world. People act like they're like the fucking left foot's gonna fall off if they have to pull up Google for 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds. Like, I don't care. I'm not saying that's how Easter eggs should be. I'm just saying it's not a big deal, you know? And there's a lot of shortcuts people don't even like. They don't even know about them. Like, the Morse code step on Shallow and Shuffle, everyone says it's like the worst thing ever, but you only have to listen to the first digit, technically. Because there's only a finite amount of different combinations it can be. So if you listen to the first digit, you can find out exactly what the number is. And that's not really that hard to do that. Reminds me of Attack of the Radioactive Thing Easter egg. It took me so long to learn it, and then now I can do it in 40 minutes or so. Exactly, yeah. That one I still haven't mastered, I'll be honest. I've only done that Easter egg like 3 times, I want to say, so I haven't mastered that one whatsoever. I'm gonna do it again on stream soon because we're doing every zombies map Easter egg, so yeah, that one will probably will take a while. I just hope they make it harder. The fact that Duke Dennis reached round 50 the first game, when in 3 days he raged on BO3 Origins trying to get to round 50. His max was 17. Yeah, I hope they do too, but at the same time, like, as long as Terminus is a really hard map, then I don't really mind if Liberty Falls is easy. But I got a feeling the fact that like it was so easy, I got a feeling that's gonna carry over into the whole game. I feel like that's the core mechanics that are pretty easy. But then again, you know, we'll see. They've said they're open to making changes to difficulties, so, you know, perhaps it'll be harder. And if they do that classic mode, then I'm sure that classic mode will be harder anyways. Where is everyone? I swear to God, like, some games, the spawns are, like, really good and it's flowing well, but some games I'm running around and not finding anyone. And then I run into 2 people like that. Wait, I don't remember. Did I do good that game? I guess I did do decent. I only ever save gameplay if I actually went on a streak. I don't save gameplay. If I don't get my kill streaks, I'm not saving that gameplay. It also helps that BO6 multiplayer has this thing MW 2018 didn't have called a pace. That is true. Except for what I just said. Some games I feel like it's a little odd, but I think that's because of the spawns. But the actual pacing, it's a lot faster 99% of the time. Definitely. But you have games like that where it's like, I think it's the spawns. It's not the maps. The maps are great. I think it's just the spawns right now. Or sometimes, I don't know, my teammates are just too good and they're killing all the enemies before I can get to them. They are banning legit players in the beta. Why is that so? I did see that. It's probably just the cheating system doesn't always work properly. What do you prefer, hardpoint or domination? I want to say hardpoint. I want to say hardpoint, but I think I like both mode almost equally. But I feel like hardpoint lasts a little longer and it pushes all the chaos into one place. So chances are it's going to be faster paced. So I think I prefer hardpoint, but I think domination is like just as good. Definitely my 2 favorite modes. Like out of the core main like modes, those are definitely my favorite ones. Rewind sucks. The other 3 maps are great though. I've only played Rewind twice now, so it's hard for me to get a great opinion on it. And I haven't played it on domination or hardpoint yet. I'm glad they didn't make the iron sights huge. Oh, for the XM, whatever we were just using. I run bankroll in the perk where you can earn more towards non-kill streaks. Oh, like non-lethal kill streaks is what you mean. Yeah, I think I've been running that too, haven't I? Yeah, bankroll and... Oh no, just bankroll. Is Quartermaster one of those? Maybe Quartermaster is... Let me run it then. Where is it? Dispatcher, right? Yeah, so now, yeah, the UAV is going to be a lot cheaper now, right? Bankroll, yeah. That is good to run. And you do get 4 perks with perk greed, so... You know, I'm honestly not against the UAV being so expensive. I'm not against it. But they gotta let us loop the streaks then. Like, you have such an expensive UAV, just let us loop streaks now. There's no reason for us not to be able to loop streaks. There's just no reason. Is there someone in here? No?
Cover me, taking this objective.
Securing B.
Shit, I'm hiding behind the door. I'm hiding behind the door.
Lockdown A.
Damn.
We're losing Alpha.
I'm glad everyone is hating on BO6. It's the only way we can go back to the zombies I love.
Securing Charlie.
I'm glad people are talking about the HUD, because I felt like I was going insane for the past like 4 years where I'm constantly saying that the HUD is one of the biggest problems with modern zombies, and nobody was caring about it. Nobody said a word. But I feel like we're finally, like, a lot of people are talking about it. Like, Chopper talked about it in his video. Mr. Dalek JD talked about it in his video, the fact that they don't like the HUD. So, like, the fact that we're getting these big YouTubers talking about it, like, I'm pretty confident they're going to make changes to it, because you have 2 YouTubers that are, I would say, the biggest, them two and, like, Codename Pizza and, like, Milo, Mr. Waffle Waffles. I feel like they're the biggest, like, zombies YouTubers that are still involved in zombies and still playing it a lot and, like, getting invited to stuff. And the fact that they're talking about it and saying they don't really like the HUD, like, that means they're probably going to make changes to it. So I'm pretty confident they will, at the very least. Even if it's minor changes, it's still better than nothing. Oh. Are you going for the multiplayer mastery camo first or zombies? I probably won't rush to get either camo, to be honest. Like, I'm going to be focused solely on the Easter eggs when the game first comes out. Like, I haven't really been a part of the Easter egg hunt that often in zombies. I've only done that in Cold War, actually. Like, before that... Oh, I should have gotten a quad feed there. Before that, I only took part in the Easter egg hunts of... I think like 1 or 2 other maps, but normally it was only in Cold War, really. And even then, those got solved in 2 hours. So I didn't really, like, contribute much to it, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping this year it's going to be a fun hunt, and I want to actually be, like, a part of it. So I'm going to only focus on that at first. And then once the Easter eggs get solved, once I finish them, I'll probably just play for fun. I'm not going to, like, I don't know. The camo grinding, I like those aspects of COD, but I don't like rushing them. I kind of like those being aspects that I kind of take my time with, you know?
Securing C. We're losing Alpha.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I love the movement. I love it.
All objectives locked down. Hold those SOBs back. Lost A.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell people are talking about. People are saying this gun is bad. This gun is amazing. It's definitely not the best SMG in the game, don't get me wrong. But I don't know what people are talking about with saying this is like a bad gun. I saw gameplay, someone was trying to shoot it like across the map. And they're like, oh my god, it's not killing them right away. But like, bro, you're using an SMG across the map. What do you expect? I don't know. They need to stop putting all the CODs in the same game. I hope they stop the COD HQ as well, but I don't think they are anytime soon. The Wonder Frizz, did I just get a kill with that frag? I randomly throw frags all the time, and like, it feels so good to just get a random kill with it. But I feel like such an asshole doing it. The Wonder Fizz from Cold War and upwards isn't the Wonder Fizz. There is no wonder to it. You get to choose what you want from the Cold War Wonder Fizz, so you know what you're going to get. I agree, Clarky. I would love the Wonder Fizz to go away, but apparently not. And the thing is Terminus, or they said in the blog post that the Wonder Fizz is going to be in hard to reach places. That's what they said. They're dangerous places. And on Terminus, I think that actually makes sense because it's on the boat, which I'm assuming the boat's going to be very much like out of the way. So it's like you have to get there, you have to pass the Kraken to get there, stuff like that. So like, I think that makes sense. But on Liberty Falls, it's in the middle of the map. Like the Wonder Fizz is literally in the middle of the map. It's in that little tower, like the building on the roof. You just take a zip line to it. I think in the gameplay they got it on like round 15. Like it's like right there. You just take a zip line to it. Like I don't know. The only reason they have the Wonder Fizz is because when they add DLC perks, they want to be able to throw in the old or the new perks on the old maps. But there's got to be better ways to go about it, though.
5 kills.
Oh shit. There's absolutely got to be better ways to go about it.
Taking this objective.
Whether it's doing a Wonder Fizz that's more similar to the old ones, where it's like a really random perk,
Trophy system
or
destroyed.
maybe just I don't think they have to add the new perks to the old maps.
Taking this objective.
Like, call me crazy, and like I know a lot of people probably disagree with me on this. I think it's okay to have some perks that are not on every map. Like, I love using PhD Slider in Cold War. It's a fun perk. But I think it would be kind of cool if it was only on Forsaken. I think it would be cool, and I guess also on Outbreak and those other like side modes. But I don't think there would be an issue if it wasn't on D Machine and it wasn't on Firebase C and it wasn't on Mauer. It would give Forsaken more personality because now we have a perk that's exclusive to it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Taking this objective.
Like, I personally don't go to like Die Rise and Black Ops 2 and say, wow, I really wish this map had Electric Cherry. Like, I don't, no, I kind of like that Electric Cherry is only on Mob of the Dead and Origins, you know? Hold on, I want to read more of these comments, but they're kind of going by kind of fast. I appreciate you all watching the stream, though. This is honestly a lot more viewers than I'm usually getting stream to stream, so I really appreciate everyone who's here. Hardpoint, it's overall better, but Domination gets those rare games where it's so good. Whenever I play COD nowadays with the whole quick play feature, I exclusively put on the Hardpoint and Domination like ticker. So I'll take both those on just so, as long as it gets into a lobby in either of those modes, I'm happy, you know? Ah, shit. The only mode I don't like the pace of is Kill Order. Everyone being around the VIP makes for inconsistent flow. That's why I think I just got really bad games on Rewind. I haven't gotten a Rewind match that wasn't Kill Order, I don't think, right? And that one match on Rewind with Kill Order was incredibly slow. I don't hate the idea of how the Cold War Wonder Fizz works. I just hate how it's called the Wonder Fizz, because it's not the Wonder Fizz. They should call it Pick a Perk or something. You know, that actually would work, I'm not gonna lie. Pick a Perk. That kind of like, it sounds similar to Pack-a-Punch too. Like, that's genuinely not a bad idea, like, at all. Like, it sounds funny, but like, it genuinely would work really well.
Losing B.
I feel like I'm getting into the swing of things now. I don't know, I like this map a lot. Like, I feel like the more I play it, I might like it more than Skyline, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of like, certain areas can get kind of chaotic with the spawns, especially that side of the map, but I don't know, it's fun as hell. Nice. 39 and 17. For Wonder Fizz, they should do it like D Machine, where it unlocks 10 rounds after you turn on power. Yeah, that is definitely a better system, but even with D Machine, the problem is like, let's say you go down, right? Let's say you go down on round 30 or something, and you lose your perks, and you need to go get them back. I think it's a lot more exciting and fun when you have to go to each specific perk machine location to like get the perk. But, and sure, you can say, oh, just do that, right? You can tell me, oh, just do that. But like, if you have that machine in the game, you're not gonna just do that, you know? Like, regardless, I know I have free will. I know I could just refuse to use the Wonder Fizz, but it's in the game. I'm not gonna not use it. So I think it would be a little more interesting if they just didn't have that there. And so players actually have to utilize where the perk machines are to go get their perks, especially if the perks are positioned in like a hard to reach place. Then like, I don't know, it's more exciting. Like imagine Duriz had the Wonder Fizz. You would never have those moments where you have to go get Jug again because you go down and you lose your Jug. Oh God, kill order, get out of here. Where you lose Jug and you have to go get Jug from where it is in Duriz. That's like a really hard to reach spot. That's exciting. But if you could just go get it because there's a Wonder Fizz machine in spawn or something, then like, it's just not as, I don't know, not as exciting. And I think that's my point exactly though. Like, let's say there was a Wonder Fizz machine there and I decided, okay, I'm gonna make the game harder for myself and refuse to get the Wonder Fizz. And then I go after Jug myself. And I go down, I'm not gonna feel like, oh, well, the game's kind of difficult, so that's why I went down. I'm gonna think in my head, wow, I'm stupid. I could have just gone to the Wonder Fizz, you know? So like, I think that's the best way to explain it. But yeah, I think the Wonder Fizz machine is not a great system. I don't think it's game breaking. It's not like that severe of a problem, but I think it's just like one aspect that I don't like about this new era of zombies. It's fine in Outbreak though. In open world zombies, yeah, have fun with your Wonder Fizz machine. I think that's totally fine, but I don't like it in round-based. Like, round-based maps are pretty small. It does not take that long to get around the maps. You don't need a Wonder Fizz machine. I'm turning all the HUD off. I'm turning off the elements that are unnecessary, but like there's some stuff that you kind of need, you know? Like I kind of need to see the points and like my perks icons. Like I need to see stuff like that, you know? But other stuff, yeah, if it's unnecessary, I'll turn it off. I just really hope to God they don't have any Easter egg steps that require like the minimap or something. I really hope they don't do that bullshit.
Friendly.
Like, don't have a step that makes you use that, or even the health bars, because there's that one step on Firebase C where you kind of like, I guess you don't need the health bars, but it's like, it's really difficult without the health bars, where you have to shoot the mimic to like low health and then get them trapped in the essence trap. Yeah, that's really hard to do if you're not using health bars. So like, hopefully we just have no steps like that, you know? How did I miss that? Oh! Mr. Rothwell made a video about, made a whole whiteboard video talking about the bad stuff and positive stuff about BO6 and what needs to be changed. Yep. He makes great videos. Mr. Rothwaffles has solid content on zombies. He's just really interesting. Like, I don't know, the way he describes stuff and the way he talks about it, he's a smart dude, you know, he knows his stuff.
We had the edge. Don't get cocky. This shit ain't over.
Even something simple like showing your player portraits next to your points gives it a different vibe. I do think they're going to make that change. Enough people have been talking about that at this point, and there was just like actual operator icons that were literally shaped in this, like a shape of a circle, that were found in the files or something. So I do think they're going to end up adding that. And I think that would add a lot to it. That was a quick match. Oh, I guess I joined in late, yeah. I saw a screenshot of Liberty Falls on Twitter and literally thought it was the new multiplayer map. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I took some medicine for my back and I'm all groggy. What's wrong with your back? I'll help you feel better. I think the Wonder Fizz should have a rotating shop of 3 perks that change every 3 rounds. That's actually kind of interesting, Offbeat. Like a rotating perk system, like thing where it like has 3 perks and then like the next round it's a different 3 perks. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I don't know if that would necessarily fix the problem with it, but it would definitely help. That would be kind of interesting, actually. It's like every round, even every round, there's only 1 perk, maybe. I don't know. I'm convinced the Liberty Falls Wonder Fizz will be somewhere else in the launch version. You might be right. Because, yeah, that was like an early build of it because they were just trying to show it off for the event, which I still don't know what Treyarch was thinking. Like, regardless of how you feel about BO6 Zombies and how it looks, I don't think in any world was that map, like, in the way it looked, like, I don't think that was a good first reveal for BO6 gameplay, like, for anyone, you know? So yeah, maybe they should have shown off Terminus. I don't know. I like that they gave us a Liberty Falls like trailer, and honestly I thought the gameplay trailer looked fine. Like, again, I still don't have that big of a problem with how it looks. Sure, it's not that zombified, but honestly I don't really care. I care more about a lot of the other things that we saw, but like as long as there's, and I do think there's gonna be more areas. I think there's going to be an underground area. They were talking about there being like a teleporter or something that they couldn't use in the in their build of the game. So I do think there's more. One thing I like is the attachments aren't complicated as the MW games. Yeah, they barely have any negatives. Yep, I agree. I think the gunsmith in this game is the best we've ever seen. The only thing for zombies though, I think attachments this year are going to be like insanely huge for zombies. And I guess they were before too, but like I think it's going to be like another level where like attachments can make or break certain guns. I'm still pissed we don't have Mule Kick in the game at launch. I know obviously they're going to add it for the DLC. It's probably going to be like a DLC 1 perk or something, but like I feel like Mule Kick is just so essential nowadays. Because it's like, I don't know, you're already going to get the Wonder Weapon, right? So then you're basically only going to have one, like, actual gun. But, like, I like having 2 guns, though, you know?
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh, my God. If they can throw a Mule Kick onto the past BO1 maps after Moon, they can do it for BO6. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. They could just throw in the old perk machines, too. They don't have to throw in the Wonder Fizz. But honestly, I wouldn't even like necessarily want that. Like I said, I do want some map-specific perks. I think that would be cool. Or at the very least, more map-specific elements. I think we've been losing out on that for quite a while. And there's a lot of disagreement in the community about this, actually. I talked to a couple people extensively about it. Because, for example, I'm even okay with there being like map exclusive guns. Like that would be fine by me, but certain people would not like that. And I can't say they're wrong for not wanting that. Obviously, it's up to your opinion. But like, let's say you're a big camo grinder and you want to grind a gun. Like, you know, you don't want to be forced to play the one map that has that gun. And I get that, but like I think that actually gives the maps more of a purpose, like a different purpose almost, you know? Like let's say DLC 1, Season 1, there's a new gun that season. Let's say it's, I don't know, the PPSH or something. I don't think the PPSH is coming Season 1, but let's say it is, right? And let's say they only put it on the DLC 1 map and they don't put it on Terminus. I think that would be perfectly fine with me. That would be perfectly fine. It would give, you know, we have free DLC, so it's not like nobody's gonna not have access to the map. Or it's not like anybody's not gonna have access to the map. So if they want to level up the PPSH, they want to get the camos on it, they now have to play that map. Now, in an ideal world, all the maps would be good, so nobody has to play some really stinky map to level up their guns. But I know because there's such a big focus on mastercrafts and camo grinding nowadays, I know they're never gonna do that. The guns are going to be on every map, I get it, but I do think it just adds a little bit of personality, you know? Like the PPSH only being on Garage Krovi and BO3 was really special. Like that was a really special thing. It wouldn't have been as special if they said, you know, let's put the PPSH on Zetsubo and Der Eisendrache and Shadows of Evil. It just wouldn't be special anymore, you know? But then again, you look at a game like Infinite Warfare and BO4. Infinite Warfare and BO4 had the same guns on every map, right? They had the same perks. Well, BO4 had the same perks. I guess Infinite Warfare technically didn't. But it was still fine in those games because they had a significant amount of other unique content that was specific to the map. So it made up for it. So like, I don't think you necessarily need to have like maps specific guns and perks and stuff. As long as there's other map unique things. Just, you need a lot of it though, you know? I just don't think there was enough in Cold War, and I'm kind of worried that's going to be the same in BO6 because, I mean, even just looking at the boss zombies, like even the vermin just couldn't be specific to Terminus. They had to throw them onto Liberty Falls too. I think Liberty Falls, it would have been a little bit cooler if it was dogs. I know we've seen Hellhounds before, don't get me wrong. You know, am I tired of Hellhounds? Maybe. But I would still prefer that because then vermin would be like a unique thing to Terminus, you know? Whereas now it's not really unique to that map. Another crazy thing, there's a loadout basically making the box pointless. You want a wonder weapon, just get the wonder bar gum. Well, I wouldn't say the gobble gum is gonna make that pointless though, because gobble gums are meant to be limited. Like you're not gonna have unlimited wonder bar gums. You know, you're not gonna have unlimited of them. Ideally, if the system works and it's not like BO3 where it's like you can just dashboard and save them. So ideally, you're not gonna have unlimited of them. You're not gonna be able to pop those every game. So we'll see how that works.
Hardpoint is active.
Do you feel like the threat of dying is non-existent in newer zombies? It depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm just casually playing, yes. Like I never feel like I'm gonna die in the newer zombies. Nah, I don't want to say MWZ because MWZ is very different in how it works. But like Vanguard and Cold War, yes, I never feel like I'm gonna die if I'm playing casually.
The hardpoint.
But if I'm doing like, you know, Rampage Inducer, like first room challenge or something, then yeah, okay, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna die, you know? Something like that. Am I high or is the chat super delayed? Well, yeah, because there's a lot of messages, so the messages I'm reading were probably sent like a couple minutes ago. Maybe even longer, I don't know. But I can't like, I don't want to skip too many messages, so that's why I like to read it a bit slower because I want to be able to read as many as possible. If I don't read slower, then I'm gonna skip a lot of messages.
Hardpoint active.
And like obviously, like if I do an Easter egg, like the Cold War Easter eggs are very easy, but yeah, there's been times I've died in them because they're not like, you know, guaranteed win every time, but
Hostile RCXD.
you know, 90% of the time, yeah, I'm gonna do it without dying. Oh! I think health bars fit perfectly for special and boss enemies, nothing else. I even don't want them on special enemies, but I do think they're not as bad on them, yeah. What I prefer is, like, I think my big thing about, like, the HUD elements is I prefer as many pieces of information being given to the player through the environment itself. So, like, a good example is George on Call of the Dead. You can tell how quick George is to dying because his light starts to go out. You know, he starts to look different. He's physically looking different. So that's how you know he's about to die, right? And I think that's best for all bosses. Like, just make them look more deteriorated as you're shooting them so you can tell they're closer to death. That's usually how they worked. Not all of them. Some of them were just straight, you know, stoic bullet sponges, but a lot of them you could physically see it. So, like, I don't really think we need, like, a health bar on, like, the Mega Abomination, for example, because you could see you're popping the eyes, you know, it's like you can kind of see it. So, like, why do I need the health bar? I don't know.
Hardpoint is secure.
I'm getting kind of cooked this game. Wonderfish should be more expensive than buying the perks at their actual machines. That would work, too. That would help. I will say I do kind of miss perks having like their own set cost because now they increase as you buy more. So like no perks have like that, you know, you don't just know how much a perk is anymore. You kind of have to like either keep track of it or you just don't know until you go up to the machine.
Thought you were hot as
Hardpoint
shit.
locked down.
This lobby's cooked.
TACOM, I need eyes
Will the
overhead.
gameplay more than likely save this game's zombies? Really like how Omnivore plays in this beta. I think what's going to save it or make or break it is the Easter eggs, at least for me. I mean, that's what I care about the most. If the Easter eggs are good, then I'll like the game. If the Easter eggs are bad, I probably won't. So it really just depends on those, you know? The Easter eggs, the boss fights, that's like the main thing I care about. And I'm curious to see how the augments play too.
Hardpoint located.
You know what I really want Call of Duty to do? I kind of miss shotguns being a secondary, but I understand why they shouldn't all be secondaries. I've been saying for years they should go to a primary and secondary shotgun system where some shotguns are secondaries and some are primaries. Like, I think that would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
And there's some bad stuff He says Activision will feel threatened thinking he's hating on the game and won't invite him to get caught anymore. So, Timmy, to that point about like Activision not inviting people who hate in the game, I don't really think that's like true to the extent that people say, because I've seen plenty of people get invited to these events that actively have hated on these games a lot, you know? So like, I don't really like, I've honestly, I had that thought before, don't get me wrong. I've definitely been like, oh, you know, I doubt they're inviting people who like criticize the game a lot, but like, I feel like they actually kind of do sometimes, you know? I don't know like what they're like I really don't know how they decide who gets invited to stuff. I really don't. But I don't think it's as simple as like, oh, they're only inviting people who are positive. I don't think that's really the case. I think it's more so like a lot of it's connections. Obviously, if they know people, it's obviously going to change. Some of them have had connections with them for ages, so obviously they're more likely to keep getting sent out. But I think it also has to do with like how they present their criticism, like how frequently are they covering the game, whether it's streaming or videos or whatever. Like what their influence on the mode will be for like other people, stuff like that, you know? Like will their coverage on the mode make a difference to our product, you know?
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located.
Like I don't even think it's not like I don't think it's the Activision higher ups deciding who gets sent out to the events. Like I think there's genuinely just like specific positions at Activision that are like focused on the community aspects of things, and they're not like these higher up like business people, like as far as I know. So that's why I don't think it has anything to do with like how much they hate on the mode. Obviously, if all they talk about is how much they hate Call of Duty, okay, obviously they're not sending that person out. But like, you know, if they have a lot of criticism to say, you know, because even like Milo, he got sent out to a recent event. He did not like Vanguard. He had a lot of criticism to say for that, you know. So I don't necessarily think that's like the deciding factor, but I could be wrong. I really don't know. Panzer's Brutus, George, and Advin not having any bars made them. Who's Advin? I know George, but I know what you mean. I do think the health, that is true. No, I didn't think about that though. The threat that they give you, because if they have health bars, you know how close they are to death. It makes them a little less scary. I will agree. But like not having any idea when they're about to die is actually kind of exciting. Like, have you ever had those moments where you're cornered by the Panzer, you're lighting it up with an MP40, and you do not know if you're going to kill it in time before it smacks you, but then just in the nick of time, it dies, and you're like, thank the Lord. Like, that's a great feeling. But if they have a health bar, you're not really going to get that feeling because you can see it coming. So that's actually a good point. So yeah, I will be turning off health bars. I didn't turn off health bars in Cold War, actually, surprisingly, but I will in this game for sure. They look a little more intrusive than they did in Cold War, actually. Like, I feel like they look a little, I don't know, a little too much. How much cope is it that Liberty Falls is completely different on launch due to them having to make it easy for all the influencers and streamers that don't do zombies? I don't know. They might make changes just based on the feedback people have been giving, you know? So even if it's not like something they already had planned, I think there's a high chance they'll change something. Dude, I don't know why we haven't gotten another game of Rewind since the start of the stream. I really want to play more Rewind. We haven't got a single game of Scud either. Actually, I'm gonna leave because I want to play a different map. We've been playing the same two maps like this whole damn stream. Give me Rewind. They should have forced round 20. Exfil for COD Next totally shot themselves in the foot there. They probably should have, but then people would be reaching that in like 10 minutes and then it would be like, oh, you know. I think they should have put a more limited HUD. Like, they have other HUD presets. They should have done a different one. I don't think a HUD like that's ever going to look good. I don't think it will for most people. They see that for the first time, it looks funky. It does. Even if it looks better on your like monitor at home and you think it looks fine, the gameplay, it just looks rough, you know? So they should have done a limited HUD. And they did that for the Terminus gameplay, which I think is so interesting. Like, they didn't do that for this, but for Terminus, when they showed off the gameplay for the first time, it was no HUD. I'm not saying they should have done no HUD, but they should have just done a limited HUD at least. I know they probably just wanted to show off the default look of the game, but let's be real here. The default look is not very good. So I don't know. Maybe they should have done, or at least let the creators use a different HUD. Because Chopper said they couldn't use any other HUDs. They weren't allowed to. They were told it's only the one HUD for that stream. But it is interesting though, because the HUD presets for multiplayer, I only like the default one. So like zombies is going to be the opposite, where I'm going to hate the default one, but this game I'm like, I actually am fine with the default HUD. I mean, multiplayer is very different than zombies, of course. Ow! How do they already have a chopper? Oh, did I join the game late? Oh, I did join it late. Okay. Black Ops 6 is terrible. I'm enjoying it. For the multiplayer, I'm really enjoying it. I think there's some issues here or there, though, as there is with any game, but I'm enjoying the majority of it. For me, I think it's gonna be a good year. People telling him he's negative made him crash out on stream. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know what's this like hardcore hatred for people being like negative. Like, it's okay to be negative if you don't like it. To me, what's important is if you're honest and respectful. Like, that is what you gotta be, right? And being honest with yourself is the most important thing. So like, is he supposed to lie? If he didn't like how something looks, he's allowed to say it. Shit. Even Kino has a normal skybox during the day, but most of the map is indoors. That's what gives it the real eerie feeling. Yeah. I can agree. Call of Duty is downhill now. I mean, people have been saying that for years, though. Like, you know, where's the hill? I don't know what this hill looks like. Like saying it's going downhill. Is it going downhill now? What you okay? So you specifically said it's going downhill now. That implies that it's been going uphill, doesn't it? So does that mean you think every game was going uphill until now, and just now it's starting to go down? Or has it been going on a downhill for a while? And if it has been going on a downhill for a while, since which game? I'm just curious. For me, it's a roller coaster. I'm never going to use the words uphill and downhill because it's never like that. It's always a roller coaster. You get one game that's bad, the next game's good, the next game's bad, the next game's amazing, the next game's terrible. It's always a roller coaster for me. So like, it's hard for me to just sit here and be like, oh, it's downhill, uphill. Like, I don't know. I do think the 2015 to 2018 era of Call of Duty shits on the current era of Call of Duty, but like, I still enjoy a lot of aspects of these recent games. I think MW3's multiplayer was solid. I like Cold War's multiplayer a lot. I think this so far is kind of fun. MW2 and MW 2019, I thought were the only like genuinely bad multiplayers of this Warzone era. Those two games I did not like. Vanguard sits in a little weird place where like I don't hate it, but I also don't really like it. It's just kind of whatever. Like, I've had some fun on that multiplayer. I think it's better than people give it credit for, but it's not great. Yeah, Mule Kick should be there on launch. We still need Double Tap back. Yeah, Double Tap is probably never coming back because there's already 2 systems in the game that give you more damage. And then there's also attachments that increase fire rate. So it's like, they probably would just think it's redundant to have, but I would still like it back just for the, you know, just for the fact that it's a cool looking perk. And it's iconic, but yeah, I don't think it's ever coming back. And if they do bring it back, they'll have some big like reveal for it, like in like a reveal trailer. Maybe for Black Ops 7, they'll have some big reveal at the end of the trailer. It'll be like, oh my god, Double Tap's back.
Watchdog Helo incoming on your location.
I am really curious if these Warzone systems will ever go away though, you know? Like, we're talking about this classic mode and stuff, but like, will they ever just say, fuck it, let's get rid of rarities, let's get rid of armor? Like, will they just get rid of all these systems as a default? Like, I have no idea. To me, what I think would be the best thing they can do is just do something different year to year. And this is why the other studios should make zombies, but like, so let's say Treyarch wants to stick to these new systems, these new Warzone systems. That's fine, right? Why can't Infinity Ward make their own zombies mode that has more classic systems? You know? So if you want classic zombies that has more classic systems, you play Modern Warfare 4 zombies. And maybe Sledgehammer makes a zombies mode that's kind of like a mix of the two or something. I don't know. And I don't want to hear that bullshit that Treyarch is the only studio that can make zombies. That's not true. Y'all are lying to yourselves if you say that. Any studio is capable of making zombies. The zombies formula is not like some secret thing like the fucking Krabby Patty secret formula. It's not secret. We know how zombies can be good. I'm sure they can know how to make it good too. Anybody can do it, man. I love Treyarch zombies, but they don't like own the formula. They could definitely, other studios could do it. Trust me. They've done it before. I think Infinite Warfare is a phenomenal mode, but I think any studio, even the current Infinity Ward, could do it. They could do it. Fucking random people around the world make great zombies maps and custom mods. So like, I think any studio can do it, you know? Map exclusive guns outside of Wonder Weapons wouldn't work because of Gunsmith. But why wouldn't it work though? It would just be a gun that's only on that map, you know? So like it wouldn't let you add it to the loadout for that map, you know? So like, let's say you tried to load into the map with that gun, it would just not let you select that class and you have to pick a different class. I'm not saying that's what they should do necessarily. I'm just saying I think that would be kind of interesting. But as long as they have other map exclusive things, then it's fine. Mystery box should give you bonus XP for that gun or something. Oh, like if you get it out of the mystery box instead of getting it out of your loadout. IW did have map specific wall guns. Yes, I was gonna talk about that. They did have map specific wall guns. By the way, I apologize that I'm so far behind on these comments, but I said before it's because I'm trying to read as many of them as possible. But yes, you are right. And I think that is cool. That is definitely a decent way to make the maps feel more unique. I agree. Hellhounds are so weak BO3 onwards. That is true. Actually, MWZ Hellhounds are kind of crazy. Those guys mess me up a lot. Terminus does have the amalgamation zombie. Yeah, that's true. That is one unique boss. And I guess the parasites, because in the gameplay, I never saw the vermin turn to parasites. They might, but like, as far as we know, I don't think they actually do. Why is Rewind in Kill Order? Like, I can't get a match of Rewind that isn't Kill Order for some reason. In order to get full damage, you have to Pack-a-Punch Rarity 3. You have Weapon Rarity, 3 different Pack-a-Punch, and Dead Shot. Kill Order again? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Agree with the rarity, but disagree with the other two. Multi-pap is a bit annoying, but it makes sense considering the longevity of play now. I think they should make it so it's I think they should make it so it's just a double pap, like Infinite Warfare. You just pap once and then you pap again. By the way, I'm gonna go grab some water because I ran out and I'm incredibly thirsty. So I'm gonna let the game load in and I'll come right back, read some more comments, all right? Yeah, I really needed that water. Oh my god. My throat was getting sore. How's the matchmaking? I mean, it's modern COD matchmaking. You know, sometimes the lobbies are crazy, sometimes they're not that bad.
Team deathmatch.
Just depends on the lobby.
Neutralize all threats.
Where was I reading? Oh, Offbeat, thank you so much for becoming a member. I didn't even see that. Thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't pop up before, but I appreciate it. Something Merc said about his kids and Activision took his bundle. Oh, you're talking about the Tim the Tatman thing, that he was invited regardless of the operator thing. Oh, okay, yeah. I think what you and all of us, I guess, is proper visual representation of DMG inflicted as opposed to health bars. Oh, damage inflict. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I agree. Did they allow the HUD change for multiplayer in the COD Next? I didn't even notice, but yeah, that's weird. Maybe they don't have the HUDs finalized. Maybe that's why they didn't like finalize them. You know what's going to be interesting about Liberty Falls? The interiors all look really cool. Like, I loved the what do you call it? The bowling alley, what was the other one? The comic store. They all looked really cool, and I feel like it's the same on this map. Like, these interiors look great. Like, I just want to look around and just admire the detail. But like, the exterior is just kind of a boring town, you know? So I guess it's kind of what a lot of American towns look like, though. So I don't know. Interiors look kind of cool, and the exterior just looks like pavement, you know? The chat is super delayed. No, it's not that the chat's delayed. It's just I'm reading them kind of slow because I want to read as many comments as possible. So it's like I can't, you know what I mean? Because if I'm only reading the chat that's like current, then I would be skipping a lot of messages because it goes by really fast, you know? I don't want to keep skipping people's comments. I mean, I'm gonna have to skip some inevitably, so I apologize if I'm not reading your comments. I can't physically read all of them and stream at the same time, but I'm trying. Because I'm also trying to do decent here. Oh man, I love this gun. Get in there! Get in there! Oh, come on, I should have healed. I keep forgetting to heal, man.
Requesting recon above.
UAV established overhead.
Like healing now is a good thing to do because if someone came around the corner, oh, didn't matter anyways. MW 2018 is the most overrated COD of all time. I agree. Well, no, I don't think it's the most overrated, but it's definitely one of the most overrated. Because I think, for me, I would say the most overrated is like, people will hate me for this, but World at War, maybe. I think World at War is a little overrated. I think MW2, the OG, is a little overrated. I think even MW3 is a little overrated, the OG. But yeah, I think MW 2018 is up there too as one of the most overrated. 2015 to 2016 Zombies was amazing. I agree. 2015 to 20, like, even for me, like all the way up to 2019 when you get into BO4's DLC. But yeah, those 2 years were so good because we had BO3 coming out. We really didn't know how good we had it. So much Zombies content, so much unique Zombies content. Name 10 Vanguard characters. All right, let's do it. Vanguard zombies, or do you mean Vanguard in general? Because like I could name 10 in general, but I don't know about zombies though. Like Cortifex, and I guess I could say Cortifex, Echo, right? Fuck. Von List. Was there a Strauss in there or something, or was that World War II? I don't remember. I know I can do it for campaign though, because you got Arthur Kingsley, you got not Portnova. What was her name? Ivan. What was Polina? Lucas Riggs.
Come on, you're losing this fight.
What was that other fucker's name? What was that other guy? The Australian dude, or no? Was the Australian dude Lucas? Oh, Wade. There was the American guy was Wade, right? I think so. That's all I got. that's all I got. Shit. The campaign is good in MW 2018, but it's not as great as they say. All Black Ops campaigns except BO3 are better. Yeah, I'd probably agree. Actually, I think I prefer MW 2018's campaign over Cold War, but just slightly. Ever so slightly.
Clear out. Stop.
Oh, what? Someone threw a grenade on me? I do have a huge video plan for campaigns, by the way. I've already talked about this before on prior streams, but I am currently planning to rank every single Call of Duty campaign mission ever in a single video.
Kill.
It's gonna be a really big. It's probably one of the biggest videos I've ever made. Like it's gonna be crazy. And I'm currently in the process of getting the gameplay for the campaign missions, because obviously I got to go back and get the footage for all the missions. And I'm almost done, actually. I've caught up to... I've done all of them up to MW 2019, so I only have a few left. And I already have MW3 done, so I just have to do like a couple more and I'm done. A couple more games. I'll probably do that video probably like a week or two after BO6 is out, maybe. I don't know.
Get a UAV on grid.
UAV commencing surveillance operation.
Yeah, I don't mind this map. It's definitely not the best, but I also haven't played it on Domination or Hardpoint yet. To be fair, BO3 had fast mags and still had speed cola. That is true. So you could still do double tap and the fire rate increasing attachments, yeah. Vanguard with better zombies and post-launch content would have made it pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think the multiplayer, if they had a slower time to kill, because they did add a slower time to kill mode, and it was phenomenal. So if you gave that mode, gave that game slower time to kill, zombies was better, campaign slightly better, yeah, it would have been pretty good. MW 2019 S&D days was some of the best times I've had in gaming, but playing TDM and other modes was awful. See, that I agree with. S&D in that game was pretty good, but it was not made for respawn at all. Like, that game was built for non-respawn modes. Easily. By the way, when are they going to add more streaks to this game? Because, like, I'm kind of getting tired of having, like, no streaks in the game. Man, I love the gunsmith in this game so much. It's just so much easier to make classes now. It's actually fun to make classes. Like, I'm not sitting there getting pissed off at it. Vanguard's rarity system was interesting. Yeah, the fact that they tied it to the Pack-a-Punch tiers. I didn't like that they did that, though. Like, because the problem with that is when you're hitting the Pack-a-Punch, you're like, when you're hitting the Pack-a-Punch, or when you're hitting the box, you can get Pack-a-Punch weapons. It kind of made it pointless to even Pack-a-Punch. Like, I always felt like, what's even the point of Pack-a-Punching? If I can just keep hitting the box, then I'll probably get a tier 3 gun. Like, you know what I mean? To me, it was strange. You know, I might use this C9. Infinite Warfare Zombies was amazing. I agree. Which, by the way, really soon we are going to do a stream playing Spaceland and a couple other Infinite Warfare maps. So that should be fun. You know what? I want to throw a suppressor on this, actually. What can we switch? Muzzle? Oh, we don't have it? Are you kidding me? We still haven't unlocked the suppressor? Okay. This is the worst flowing COD ever. Maps are too small and spawns suck. Well, I mean, it is a beta, you know, so I think the spawn sucking has happened in every beta ever. So I'm not surprised about that, but hopefully they get better for launch. The maps being small, though, I like them being small. They're not like that small, though. I feel like they're similar to most small maps in other CODs, but yeah. I get a lot of people don't like small maps, though, and that's okay. But it is Treyarch. They usually like their smaller maps, so. Infinity Ward needs to make another zombies mode. I agree. Dude, if they, like, okay. Let me give you my dream zombies game right now. Let me give you my dream zombies game. So, I've thought about this for so long. It would be the perfect successor to Infinite Warfare Zombies. So, let's say Infinity Ward just decides to do zombies in Modern Warfare 4, right? let's say they decide to do a spiritual successor to Infinite Warfare. And the way they can do this is they could just make it so Infinite Warfare's zombies has always taken place in the Modern Warfare universe, right? That could easily take place in that universe, because if you guys have ever played Infinite Warfare, you would know that that storyline is simply just these actors who get sucked into these movies made by Willard Wyler. And you can have that set in any universe. It doesn't, you know, it's all contained in the movies, so it doesn't matter, right? So you can have a sequel to that, right? And have it, this is what I would do. So Willard Wyler have him not exist anymore, because unfortunately the actor passed away. So they wouldn't have him come back. I wouldn't want him to have his role recasted or anything. So just have it so either the character died or something, whatever. And then you have it so it's a little bit different, because Infinite Warfare, the maps were movies that Willard Wyler made and had zombies in them. But my idea is, so if you want to connect it to the Dark Ether story, make it so Dark Ether entities of some sort started to find their way into movies, like actual movies, not Willard Wyler movies. These are just other movies. And so you now have movie genres that normally wouldn't have zombies, but thrown in with zombies. And so my idea for the launch map, I've had this idea for so long, it sounds so fucking cool. The first map would be superhero themed. So it would be a superhero map of some kind. You can call it, I don't know, Dawn of the Apocalypse. I don't really care what the map name would be, but something like that, right? And it's full on superhero themed. Now, obviously they're not gonna get the rights behind Marvel and DC, so you're not gonna have actual superheroes. They're gonna be like parodies of superheroes, essentially, like what they do in The Boys, where every superhero in that is kind of like a parody of another superhero, stuff like that, right? So you'll have very generic, you know, normal superheroes that are made up for that specific map, but the map is basically that. It is all superhero themed. So you can have a superhero themed HUD where like the perk icons are like comic book looking, stuff like that. Like, just imagine how fucking cool that would be. And the map could take place in, I don't know, like New York City or something like that, just the most typical like superhero location you can think of. And then have it be so like the cutscene is like a clip from the movie itself, and it's like you have a bunch of superheroes fighting this giant like alien villain or something, I don't know, right? And then out of nowhere a portal opens up, like a Dark Ether, and like a purple Dark Ether or a portal, and zombies start coming out. And then the main characters that we're supposed to play as would, I guess, could be the same from Infinite Warfare, I don't know, but they end up in the movie too. And so now they're stuck in a movie that is not Willard Wyler's movie. It's just another movie, but now there's a bunch of zombies all over the place, and they got to figure out how to get the hell out of there. That would be such a great concept for the whole game, because then you can just have some crazy, like as creative as you want maps as possible. And the superhero map can have like bosses that are designed to look like supervillains. And yeah, if you want to, you know, do parodies of other supervillains, go for it. You can have like a Mr. Freeze boss that is basically Mr. Freeze, and call him the Icer or something, I don't know. And you could have wonder weapons that are designed around like superhero abilities. You could have like a robot suit that almost kind of looks like Iron Man but really isn't. Stuff like that would be, just to me, a really cool. And then some other map ideas that you can do like a pirate themed map. Kind of takes inspiration from Pirates of the Caribbean, stuff like that. You could do a map themed around dinosaurs, you know, obviously taking inspiration from Jurassic Park. You can do a map themed around like wizards and spells. You can have wands as wonder weapons, and obviously that would be, you know, taking inspiration from Harry Potter. You can do, I don't know, sci-fi type stuff that's taking inspiration from whatever is, whether it's Alien or Star Wars or Blade Runner, whatever. I don't know. I think you could do so much with that. You could also do a Zombies in Spaceland sequel or something, like some lost, like maybe it's, the story would be it's a Willard Wyler movie, but it's like, I don't know, he didn't like finish it or something. I don't know, something like that. Like, there's so many cool concepts you can do with that. And if I was in charge of Infinity Ward and we were gonna do zombies, that's exactly what it would be. 100%. I think that would make people like, they would be like, holy shit, this is so different. This is so different compared to what we're seeing in the Dark Ether story. People wouldn't be feeling that, you know, repetition of the same kind of feels that zombies has been given. It would just be something so different and unserious, and I think we kind of need that for 1 year, you know? We can't do a bunch of these really serious zombies modes year by year. I think we need to just go crazy. But that's what I would do. Just my idea. Infinity Ward, if you ever do it, I will I will forgive you for all of the things I didn't like about your other games. 100%. I would forgive them for everything. Everything, man. Oh. Oh, come on. Just realized Drone Fong looks more like zombies than Liberty Falls does. That kind of is true. Drone Fong did have a cool art style. It was just unfortunate that it was just reusing like maps from multiplayer, but they did, but you're all right though. They made it look zombified though. Even with that being said, you know. Map still sucks though. I can't give Drone Fong any more credit than that. Dude, this gun is great. What the hell are people talking about saying the C9 sucks? This is an amazing gun. I don't understand people. This gun is fire. What's up, Ramses? How you doing? What do you think DLC 1 is going to be? Really hard to predict that, to be honest. Maybe like a map. I'm going to say casino. I'm just going to say casino. Because there's a casino in campaign. I'm not saying they're going to reuse the casino location from the campaign, but they might reuse like certain assets from it to make a different casino. I think that would be kind of cool. I'd be fine with that. I think casinos are cool looking, and having a map centered around that would be kind of cool. Like imagine you can gamble your points in the casino. That'd be cool.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure.
I would think post-launch success depends on DLC 1. We know it's coming before the end of the year, which is great, but if the map isn't on the same level as Terminus, it will disappoint the community. I agree. DLC 1 is always like one of the most important parts of a zombies game. And I feel like most of the time it's done well, but like I think BO4 is a good example. Like Dead of the Night did not resonate with people at first. People liked it over time, but at first people were not happy with that map, especially because it released out of nowhere. So like that rubbed people the wrong way and it set a really negative tone for the rest of BO4. But like Black Ops 3, Der Eisendrache set a really positive tone. So like that was a great DLC 1 map. Are you playing on PC? No, I'm playing on Xbox. Xbox Series X. This looks better than Liberty Falls. I'm assuming you were talking about when I was on Rewind. I know I'm reading these comments so far ahead. I'm sorry. Ethereal Trap was awesome. Oh, yeah, the comic book character, which kind of relates to what I was talking about just before with the whole idea of a comic book superhero like style zombies map. But I'm just thinking of how cool the HUD would look with like a comic theme to it, like the perk icons being like comics. I don't know, that'd be so cool. World of War multiplayer kind of feels like it's held together with duct tape because of how bad the netcode is. Yeah, that's one of my biggest issues with the game. It's such bad hit detection. And if it got a remaster, I think I would like it a lot more. But as it is currently, it's not very good. I only have nostalgia for it, but I can't sit here and say I think World of War multiplayer is actually really good because it's just not. I'm sorry, it's not. Cold War does get a bad rep, but remember how it was the first Zombies crossplay, all post-launch was free too. Yeah, it made huge changes, but yeah, those don't really have anything to do with like the core mechanics, but they did make huge changes that are obviously positive. Because crossplay is insane. I mean, free DLC is too. IW is by far my favorite campaign of all time. The story was definitely not the best, but characters were so good and the visuals were spectacular while feeling grounded. I just recently replayed Infinite Warfare's campaign, and I agree. It's phenomenal. It's perfect. And funny enough, I'm not gonna spoil my video when I'm ranking all the missions, but I will say that Infinite Warfare, every mission is fire. I don't think there's a single bad mission in Infinite Warfare. They're all phenomenal. Actually, there's not a single below average mission. They're all like the best, some of the best missions in COD history. Like one of them I was replaying and it actually had me thinking about a zombies map. I know Beast from Beyond is kind of like this, but like let's do it better than Beast from Beyond though. I got me thinking about a map that takes place in like an abandoned space station. Different than Moon, I guess too, but like it was such a good campaign mission. I don't know if you guys have, remember this one, but it was, I think, the third to last campaign mission in Infinite Warfare. It was
Enemy UAV
there was like robot zombies. They were basically like acting as zombies, and it was such a creepy mission, and like it actually genuinely had a lot of horror to it, and I thought it was brilliant. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I think a zombies map like that would be pretty cool too. You can edit mid-match. Yeah, you've been able to do that since MW 2019. If we had time travel, we would make everyone love Infinite Warfare zombies back in 2016, so it would keep getting more, so we get more fun zombies today. Man, I really wish everyone loved Infinite Warfare. I'm so pissed that people didn't. And it's crazy now because everyone loves it now. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people love it now. Yeah. Want to hop on a call on Discord? I'm ready to play. Oh, Clarky, I'm probably gonna play like 1 or 2 more games though, so I'm probably almost done for the day. I can't stream for too long because my voice is already given out. And I also don't have the thing. I can't even listen to Discord right now. I don't have the separate, what do you call it? Unless I still haven't figured out how to use Discord on Xbox. I will figure that out so I can actually like use Discord while I'm playing Xbox, but I still haven't been able to figure it out. But yeah, if people loved Infinite Warfare zombies when it first came out, yeah, we would have gotten more zombies like that. We probably would have gotten it in the next Modern Warfare game. 100%. Because, like, you know, Lee Ross talked about it, I think. He said, I really want to play another game and rewind. He said they said that it doesn't belong in a Modern Warfare game. Zombies doesn't belong in it, right? So they would have done it if it got more love, though, for sure. I want rewind on a mode that isn't kill order. I'm gonna keep backing out and go back until I get it. Ooh, hard point. Nice, nice. That's genius. Oh, like the idea I was given? Thank you. Do you think we'll ever get custom tools on console like Fortnite with Creative, Halo with Forge? I think we'll get custom tools like what BO3 had, but I don't think we'll ever get on like console. It'll just be like what BO3 was. But I do think if they were to do that, you would be able to play the custom maps on this. I genuinely, and this is just a random prediction, I think BO7 might do that. The next Black Ops game. I think this game is not going to do it, but I think the next one might do it. I think that might be the big thing they would announce for it. They're going to be like, hey guys, we're going to do custom maps this year. Have fun, you know? Because my thought process is, chances are Modern Warfare 4's, as much as I was just giving, in my opinion, a great idea for what they could do. I don't think Modern Warfare 4 might not do zombies, right? So that's going to be a whole year without zombies. And I think given the fact that Treyarch is already making 2 zombies back to back, I think they're gonna have some problems. They're not gonna be able to get that much zombies content out next year, I think. So what would be the best idea for them to do? Let the community make maps for them. And that's exactly what mod tools are. So I think if they're working on mod tools, they might be able to actually put them together for next COD. And then I think that would be pretty sick, personally. Okay, let's stay on the hard point because we get a lot of fucking score by staying on the hard point. It's insane how much score you get, man.
UAV MTL 50%. Check.
This is like no COD has ever given you this much score for being on the hard point. It's never been this much. Oh, piss off. Am I able to purchase your dream Call of Duty? You know, I hope so. I hope it happens. That's all I'm saying. A licensed zombies map based on a popular IP instead of stinky skins. So yeah, so with my idea, if they were able to get like the licensing for those IPs that I was saying they take inspiration from, then sure, like go for it. But I honestly don't think you even have to. And I think people might see that as kind of tacky if they do it based off of the actual things. So I wouldn't mind if it was just like not based off of that and it was just like their own idea of like a superhero world. Like I think it might be a little more creative if they do make their own superhero world and have the map be based off of that, you know? Like I think having a cool looking Iron Man suit, like it doesn't have to be Iron Man for it to be cool, you know what I mean? It could be their own version of what their idea of Iron Man is, you know?
UAV commencing surveillance operation.
Oh!
UAV
Oh shit. Fuck!
Hostiles have the hard point.
You need to find a way to pitch these ideas. Maybe I'll make a video on that because I mean I did technically do a video already on this. I think it's titled "The Future of Call of Duty Zombies" or something. I did talk about it a little, but I don't think I had these exact same ideas.
Point is active.
But it's something that's the type of shit I think about. If I'm just like in the shower, that's the type of shit I'm thinking about in the shower. You know, just thinking about these random ideas of shit that would be so cool. A Spaceland sequel would go so hard too. Imagine they take the Spaceland location and it's like the idea would be the park is reopening 40 years later in like present day and it still has the same Spaceland theme to it, but it's just reopening years later and they added stuff like a Ferris wheel, like another roller coaster, more arcade games, and like the whole water park section's now playable. Stuff like that would be really cool.
Kane requesting UAV.
So like the Far Cry offshoots.
The lead is on.
I mean, I guess in a way. The only thing that sucks about the C9 is the name.
Hard point active.
The reason they can't say MP5, I think there's something related to the gun licensing and like they just don't have the rights to it, I guess. But I don't know. They used to, but I guess not anymore. I guess the companies don't want to be associated with it anymore. The reason that's happening a lot is, first of all, I think part of it is just licensing, but I think it's also just I think part of it's also just Activision not wanting to associate with certain guns. Because like, let's say a shooting happens with a gun, right? Which I have never heard of a shooting in real life happening with an MP5, but let's say it does happen. They don't want to be associated with that gun. They don't want people to see that gun in Call of Duty and then also see it on headlines attached to like a shooting. So that's why they'd rather change the names of the guns so they don't associate themselves with those guns, you know? Like I know AR-15 is like a pretty common gun that's been used in a lot of like school shootings, for example. They would never put an AR-15 in a Call of Duty game. Like they would never. Would they put a gun similar to it? Maybe. They would never title it the AR-15. They would never. And I don't blame them. I'm not blaming them at all. Like that makes sense. That would be stupid of them to do that because it just looks bad for the brand. I mean, AR-15 is not really a military weapon anyways, so I guess it would be weird to have in a Call of Duty game regardless, but I don't know. Oh shit.
Hardpoint locked down.
Ay, ay, ay. Die-Rise gets overhated. I don't mind Die-Rise. I don't think it's great, but I don't really mind it. Liberty Falls equals transit almost. Janus Towers could be like a Die-Rise vision. What could a buried revision be?
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh, well, you know, that could be one of the Infinite Warfare maps, a Western-themed map, right? No, I wouldn't want to see another Western-themed map because they already did it so well in Buried. I don't think we need it again. But I see what you mean, though. You're saying, like, Liberty Falls is kind of like transit, so if they do Janus Towers, yeah, okay. I guess we'll see. You think Terminus will be a Shadows of Evil type map, or just Liberty Falls be but much bigger? I think it's good. They already said it's going to have a lot of content to it. It's just a matter of, is that content going to be good and rewarding and fun, you know? But it's definitely going to have a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's going to be the same level as Shadows of Evil, like when it comes to quality and stuff, but... Oh, what a piece of shit. With the IW hate, it also didn't help how Chronicles released during Challenge Shuffle and everyone switched over. That's true. That is true. But for me, when that happened, I was just like, oh oh hell yeah, we're getting like the most amount of zombies content we've ever gotten. Like that was exciting to me, but I do see how it led to a lot of people not playing Infinite Warfare. Extinction should make a comeback. I wouldn't be opposed to that. So here's the thing. Obviously, I'd prefer zombies, but I would much prefer Extinction over like Spec Ops or something. Like if they're just gonna do Spec Ops again, that's gonna be so boring. I guess those are their 4 options. They'll either do Spec Ops, Extinction, zombies, like round-based zombies, or open world zombies. I think it's gonna be one of those 4 things. Because they could just do open world zombies again. They could just do an MWZ like sequel or something. I don't know. But out of all those options, I want round-based zombies, and I want it to be the really crazy idea I had that would set it apart. And I don't want to hear like, oh, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in Modern Warfare game. Oh, who cares? Who cares? Look at like Black Ops 3 zombies. Does any of Black Ops 3 zombies fit Black Ops 3 itself? No. Black Ops 3 zombies maps take place in the 40s, 1940s. Like, how does that fit the freaking futuristic feel of Call of Duty Zombies? It doesn't. But who cares? Because it's fun and different, and that makes it enjoyable.
UAV standing by. Deleted. Catch me eyes in the sky.
UAV in the turn. We have eyes on.
Sensors on them.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Oi!
5 kills. Frag thrown.
Oh! Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, I got a frag kill. Zombies doesn't belong in a Modern Warfare game. That definitely didn't age too well. Yeah. Being in contact with my friend was euphoric.
UAV inbound.
Oh, Extinction?
Hardpoint identified.
Point of contact? Or do you mean, are you talking about something else?
Request received.
Hardpoint locked down.
It is wild that they called it BO6. I was not expecting BO6. When I heard Black Ops 5, I was like, okay, I guess that works. But then when we heard Black Ops 6, I was like, that sounds crazy. But like, shit, I guess. I originally thought it was going to be Cold War 2. I genuinely thought it was going to be Black Ops Cold War 2 because technically, no, I guess it doesn't because I think it's taking place like right when the Cold War ends. So I guess technically it doesn't make sense if it was called that. Or I thought it was going to be like Black Ops and then like some subtitle. Gulf War was the thing that was going around for a while, and I didn't want it to be that title. I thought that title sounded awful, but I didn't think it was like, you know, impossible for them to do that. I just thought it sounded bad. No, I think they could put customs on all platforms. When I was saying only on PC, I meant like you could only make the maps on PC. Like, it's not going to be like a Halo Forge mode where you can make them on consoles, no. But what they could do is you make the mods, the maps, like the same way that modders do it with Black Ops 3. But because of the whole crossplay, they can carry over the maps from PC to console. That's how I think it works with games like Roblox and stuff. People make their own custom Roblox games on PC. I don't think they make those. They don't make those on console, right? As far as I know. Yeah, MW4 is actually happening. That is crazy. It definitely is. No way it's not. Customs are a thing of the past in general. Actually, 50, I think Activision's probably looking at the success of Fortnite and Roblox. And I'm not like exaggerating when it sounds like a joke when I say that, but Roblox is really popular. So like, I think they see the success of that and they say, that's kind of brilliant. Like, Customs is so smart because it's, people are literally making content for them, you know? They could easily monetize it because, first of all, if they make sure that, because they could have it set so when you make a map with customs, you have to allow the usage of operators and mastercrafts and like your customization, right? So basically all it is just extra, it's literally just extra content. It's literally just free extra content constantly being made for the game. Like, Activision will still add their own, like, Treyarch will still add their own maps, don't get me wrong, their own stuff. But they could literally just stop adding stuff, and we would still have, like, infinite content to mess around with. I mean, look at BO3 Custom Zombies. 9 years later, And there's still custom maps I haven't played, and there's still more custom maps I want to try out. So like, it's kind of crazy. By the way, this is the last game we're going to play today. I'm going to get off after this one. We've been streaming for quite some time, so I got to get working on some other stuff. I'm going to have some fun in this game and just use a shotgun.
Keep the
Why the hell not? It's not going to go well, though.
HVT has been eliminated. Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe.
I just don't like shotguns. Unless I'm playing shipment, I don't like shotguns.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire.
You know what? I'm gonna go down here. It seems like a good place for a shotgunner to go. I'm not gonna be able to kill this guy with the shotgun. Oh, he took 2 fucking hits because he's got more health. MW3 2011 survival is underrated. I loved it. Still prefer zombies, but it was great. Yeah, I think the survival is always kind of fun. I personally wouldn't play it more than like a couple games though, so I definitely wouldn't want it to return like over zombies. But the thing is survival is such an easy to make mode. I feel like it's not like that deep, so I'd imagine they could probably do that and zombies, you know. Is this Liberty Falls? Were you talking about when we were on Rewind? It's not the same map, but it takes place in the same area. But so not really Liberty Falls, but kind of in a weird way, but not really. I don't know. What if the COD HQ is to have an integrated custom content library that expands across multiple games? Sounds unlikely, but would be awesome. It would be awesome, exactly. Let people just make like multiplayer maps, zombies maps, and then like, let's say Activision finds some that are like really popular by the community, like people are loving these maps, they can then promote them like publicly, like in the playlist, you know? Because the thing is I feel like zombies is missing like really fun and goofy modes, you know? Because like, okay, obviously I was just talking about that idea I had for Modern Warfare 4 zombies, which I think would be really cool. But even just like in this game, like how cool would it be if Treyarch made an official Cheese Cube map? That'd be so cool. But they're not gonna. So why not let people make that then? Why not let random people around the world make it and then put it in your game for free? You're not doing anything. Treyarch doesn't have to do a single thing. They don't have to spend any time making a goofy mode. Instead, fans can make it and then they can have fun with it, you know? It would add so much replay value. Like if they ever add that to a game and allow it to be playable on consoles, it would be the greatest Call of Duty of all time without a doubt. Like it would immediately make it the best Call of Duty. It would probably make it the most played Call of Duty. It would blow up Call of Duty beyond what it already is. It's already huge, but that would blow it up beyond a whole nother level. The only thing that I think it could negatively affect is because COD is a yearly release game. I think if they were to do a system like that, you would have people that wouldn't feel the need to buy the next COD. They would say, no, this COD has so much content being added to it. Why would I bother buying the next COD? So that's understandable, I guess. But they can probably find a workaround to make that not a problem. I don't know. Yeah, I hate kill order. This mode stinks. This mode stinks.
We took out their HVT. HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe. Hostile HVT.
Dude, I love the automatic leaning. I gotta say, the automatic leaning is really cool. It's really intuitive. It doesn't feel wrong or anything. It's really intuitive.
Enemy HVT is down.
Co-op campaign would be cool. It's just I do think it limits them a little bit when they do a co-op campaign. They have to like kind of design the missions a bit differently. So I get why it hasn't returned, but I do think that was fun. Do you think BO2 sequel will live up to the hype? It really depends. If they have a mix of new maps and old maps for the multiplayer, then I think that's good. I don't want it to just be BO2's multiplayer maps, because that's the current rumor, is that it's going to have Black Ops 2 Remastered's maps in it at launch. I hope it's a mix of both, you know? And then for the campaign, we have no idea, I guess, really. Zombies, again, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's too far out. There's not been enough leaks for it currently to really know, you know? Yo, what's up, Viral Edge? How you doing? The gameplay is so smooth. I agree. I think this is like genuinely one of the smoothest feeling Call of Duties in a while. So, yeah, but I'm gonna get going now. We played a decent amount of COD today, and I gotta work on some videos and stuff. So, thank you all so much for watching. We will probably stream this beta one more time before it ends. Definitely weekend 2 we're gonna stream it, but I'm not sure about this weekend or not. We'll see. Definitely. I don't know. I'm not sure what multiplayer video to post though. Like, I'm kind of like, I have zombies ideas in my head, but multiplayer, I can't think of anything else I want to post about the beta specifically. I'm gonna do a map ranking, but I don't. The map ranking will be after the second weekend because we don't have all the maps yet. So, all right, I'll see y'all later.